It's in the game. Madden Football brings you the divisional round of the NFL playoffs, and it's brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Vikings and the reigning Super Bowl champs on Sunday night primetime.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Lone Star State and the Alamo City of San Antonio, Texas. Just ahead, we'll decide the second entrant to next week's NFC title game. And we've got a great one in store, as it'll be the Minnesota Vikings taking on the Snowhawks of San Antonio. Hello, everyone. As the postseason continues here on EA Sports, we're pleased to bring it to you. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And who has the edge here? You got one side that had some extra rest, but another comes in off a win last week in the wild card round.
And it's funny, depending on which team you are, you say that that's an advantage. You'll take the rest, you'll take the week off, get your guys healed up a little bit and ready to go. But that team that's coming in off of a win last week, they're really excited to keep playing. They feel like they are hot and ready to go.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. So here's the Viking offense making their way out. And a glance here at their quarterback, standing 6'3".
And if he and his guys want to spring the upset here in the second round and move on, they've got to focus on the good that they did in the wild card victory. At the top of that list, protecting the football. Got a little careless last week. A few got away from him. Might not be so fortunate this time around. And if that's the case, they'll end up going home.
McCarthy going to put it up right away. In trouble, and he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sand. So an early wake-up call there leads to a quick second and long. Here's McCarthy. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. That'll give him 8 that time. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Looking to throw McCarthy. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. And here's Daniel Whelan on now to punt. So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. So now we'll get a look at the other offensive unit as they come out for their first possession. And a peek at a guy with a lot of experience. His 9th year now in the NFL under center.
And he and his team, they were the beneficiaries of a first-round bye earned by a tremendous regular season. He'd been a little bit nicked up so he could use the rest. And I'm sure his teammates felt the exact same way. But now it'll be interesting to watch their first few drives in this one. Because sometimes getting the rest is great, but sometimes you accumulate a little bit of rest as well. Maybe they come out flat, and they can't afford that in the postseason.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. On first down, Tolbert. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Boy, a pair of big plays here. This one going for 29. Back to throw now on first down. Wide open receiver complete. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. A 24-yard touchdown. And the Snowhawks are on the board first here in this division round matchup. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. And now out comes Minnesota. And for them, maybe a little carryover from last week's game. They got the win on the road in the wild card round, on the road here again in the divisional round, but they're hanging tough.
Hey, cue a little music, right? Well, they're on the road again. I mean, this has been kind of the mantra they're under right now, and they can't change it. The season dictated what would happen with them, right? They had to go on the road for the first round for the playoff. They're on the road again, and sometimes teams get really comfortable with that. Not only the idea of going on the road and shocking the world, but just, hey, it's just us. We don't have to worry about outside distractions. It's just us. Let's go play.
It becomes that us against the world mentality, doesn't it?
And while it may be overplayed, in the media, it's real when it comes time to play ball.
And he stopped up short of the first as they tackle him down at about the 36. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. 47-yard punt, a return of 4. And they will take over 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He finds his man, complete. It's Buchanan. Still going inside the 20. Touchdown! A great play there. 81 yards. And the Snowhawks are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Well, this has been a flawless start for them. They score, they get the stop, and they score again, Charles.
Complimentary football at its finest. You just mentioned how they got it done. They scored. The defense got the ball back for them. They score again. That's the way you win ball games.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Vikings head out to take over once again. They trail here early in this division round game as they seek a spot in the NFC title bout. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
And I think we're all starting to wonder with this early deficit, what will that do to their play calling? Do they feel like they have to be more aggressive because they're throwing to start the drive here, but it winds up incomplete.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Working out of the gun is McCarthy. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he is across midfield from 149 to the other 49, a gain of just 2. McCarthy, he'll set to throw it. Flushed out right. Now whistles and a timeout. Looks like we've got a Viking slow to get up. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Now a first carry here for their running back. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. second quarter now. San Antonio in possession as they get set to start their drive with a 1st and 10. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
2nd and 9 now. He's got a man, complete. Still going inside the 20. And all the way in for the touchdown. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Snowhawks continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 21-0. The long touchdown pass gets them 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Minnesota's offense takes over possession. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it 1st and 10. Eluding the pressure right. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Brandon, once that one broke down, there were only so many options left for him to take. Fortunately, only 1st down, so smartly got the yardage he could get and didn't worry about trying to turn it into a bigger play and end up taking a bigger loss. Here, they hope they can regroup and get something different going here on 2nd down.
Now this airmail to the sideline. It's incomplete. And there don't appear to be any flags forthcoming. Maybe a little fortunate there. It's 3rd down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the 1st at the 32. Here's Daniel Whelan now. A call for a fair catch, and it's made at about the 23-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. He's got this one complete to Fountain. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. The big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already. Now a handoff up the middle. Cherry on a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. They'll keep it on the ground. Cherry, and just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And complete into the hands of Fowler. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 21. He'll look to throw. Touchdown! From 21 yards away.
And the Snowhawks are able to widen their lead here in this first half.
Extra point right down the middle. And the route is on here in this first half. 5 plays there on that drive. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
And now out comes Minnesota.
See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. To the air with McCarthy. Over the middle, it's complete. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. McCarthy going to throw again. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Throwing is McCarthy. Escaping the pressure right. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Slot man moves right. Now McCarthy. He gets it to Addison. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. This is 1st and goal, and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Operating from the gun, McCarthy. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And this one is right through. And that drops a deficit from 28 to 25. Well, still trailing here, but they do get the late field goal. Now their defense will try to keep this score right where it is heading into the locker room.
Yeah, and trailing it to break, you obviously don't want to go in off of a negative play. Give them credit for that one. Finding a way to put points on the board, give them any type of a spark, anything to build off of as they try and plan a comeback.
And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. Final play of the first half, barring a penalty, as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll throw now on the final play. And that's caught inside the 35. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC divisional round matchup as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports halftime report. Take it away, Coach.
We'll get started up at Lincoln Financial Field in Philly, where it was the Eagles who come away with the home victory. Joe Burrow, a This was an extremely one-sided first half. One team showed up, ready to go. The other's been in a daze thus far, but there's still plenty of time left for this one to tighten up significantly.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Snowhawks offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And as we show you some of the highlights from earlier, he has been instrumental in getting his guys the lead as he looks to finish strong and close this one out. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're in the position they expected to be in. They've got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
And I think a key for them is to put together some good, long, extended drives. Work the run in a little more with that big offensive line. I'm not saying get away from throwing the football. That's still working. But if they run it more effectively, they may get even bigger plays in the passing game.
And he's got it, complete to Fowler. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That catch puts him over 70 yards receiving now as he's got a first down. Up the middle they go. Tolbert, and nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He finds his man, complete. It's Fowler. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 41-yard line. First and 10 at the 41-yard line. They're going to look to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Ooh, the juke. Down the right sideline. And he'll finally be taken down at the 2-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 39 yards. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Snowhawks take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
So, my man, another touchdown. They're looking like the #1 seed that they earned throughout the year. Looking pretty dominant right now.
We knew the road to the Super Bowl would run right through this stadium. Somebody's going to have to come in here and beat these guys. Good luck. I don't think it's happening this weekend.
No, definitely not this weekend. And for anyone else out there, bring your game.
Buyer beware. It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the second half. Throwing to start the drive. McCarthy. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it'll be second down. Back to throw. McCarthy. Throwing middle, and it's complete. That'll give him 60 yards receiving now as he's got a first down.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. First and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. From the 33, here's second and a yard. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Here's a tap forward by McCarthy on a touch pass. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks. From the shotgun, McCarthy.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it's second down. 1 quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in San Antonio. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair.
And here's a handoff out of the gun.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a third and about 3 to go.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Vikings first down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And this is going to be intercepted.
With this advantage, this defense knew that passes were coming, and they stayed in position, Charles, and picked one off here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, what a way to cap things off, huh? Because I think this is part of the game within the game. They see the scoreboard, they see what they can accomplish, and they went for it.
And he rifles one incomplete.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And touchdown. A big play there. 69 yards.
And the Snowhawks are moving closer to a date now in the NFC Championship game as they're able to extend this fourth quarter lead. Point after, right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And the football going back to the Vikings offense. Their hopes of advancing past this divisional round hanging by a thread, if that, as they begin here with a 1st and 10 on the wrong side of the scoreboard.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And all the way down to the 17-yard line. A big play there for Minnesota. 52 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Looking to throw. McCarthy. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Back to throw. McCarthy. Got a man, and he hits it in stride.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Throwing again, McCarthy.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete. They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And it would appear that that first-round bye certainly helped. They've looked fresh from the start and no letdown here as they lead big in this divisional round, and they look to book a spot in the conference champion. And got his man complete. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Extra point splits the uprights. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And able to get this out to the 25. Now the Vikings offense gets set to take over here.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score. 2nd and 3. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Throw to the right, hauled in by Addison. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
2nd and a couple.
Here's McCarthy. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Flush to his right. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. Looking to throw McCarthy. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining.
2nd and 10.
McCarthy operating from the gun. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. And here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. Looking to throw. McCarthy. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time has run out now on this game. And they're moving on to the conference championship. How about this?
What a tremendous feeling to get to the game that can get you to the Super Bowl. A fantastic season. Unfortunately, for the other team, a tough way for it to end.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. With that, we say good night, everybody.